It's Thursday morning. It's cold outside. We have more cold coming, and we are going to be seeing potential snow next week here in Connecticut, New England area. So, make sure to stock up on your heating fuel choice. Make sure that you have sand and salt on hand. Make sure to keep warm. And of course, let's not forget your pets. We don't forget, pets have fur, but both dogs and cats do have ears that can get frostbite. And so we need to keep that in mind. And of course, their paw pads, get cold too. So make sure to keep your pet's needs in mind at all times. Now, I think it's going to be an interesting situation with the weather because this January has been the coldest in many parts of the United States in many years. I think using the word banger and my convocation was a mistake. Because that's exactly what it's been. It has been a major banger. We have seen a lot of things come up in the last few weeks that have been unprecedented. From the wildfires, which were set in Los Angeles, Palisades Fire was arson, actually. I found that out. Alleged arsonist has been arrested after he was found on video setting the Palisades fire. Joe Biden did his farewell speech that many people thought was just terrible. Well, no, the ski resorts have been doing pretty good lately, They've been actually doing good. So winter weather enthusiasts have been having a great time in January, so not everybody is really sitting sad and sorrowful. But we also got some good news. Remember, on January 19th, 2025, Chris Bliss will be on Silver Moon Radio, AM 1610 on Kick, on Sunday at 7 o'clock. Oh, yeah! So, which means that for you guys, you're going to get to hear from a local musician playing local music as well as talking about music and playing records as well. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, you bet. So, as I said, the ski resorts are doing good. And after Trump gets installed on the 20th, new changes to debt collection policies are rumored to be in his executive order. Number one is to protect the consumer from excessive bank fees. Also, to remove collection or medical debt collection from the program so that they can't put medical debt onto your credit score anymore. That's something that I believe should be made all the time. In addition to that, the state of California, under CARB regulations, have decided to back down on mandating the removal of zero emission requirements for cars and trucks starting in 2035, realizing that it was going to be not practical to implement because the federal regulations would probably make it very hard for them to enforce it in the state of California. So don't worry about giving up your diesel trucks, your gasoline trucks, and everything, at least for the time being. Yes, but also don't forget that there will also be a lot of money needed to rebuild the homes. That means the construction industry is going to be seeing a lot of demand for new construction. No, I didn't set the fires. You didn't set the fires. But the point is it also is also wiping Gavin Newsom out too. He's losing his supporters in the state of California, from big name celebrities to the common Joe in the state of California, and finally waking up to the reality of what has happened because of Democratic policies. Good job, Joe. You finally basically woke everybody up to your stupid reality that you really don't know how to manage a state. But, oh well, I digress. Anyway, the latest now we can say, Trump comes in on the 20th, and he is going to begin, and I said begin, because it's going to take a long time to make America great again. That might be true. That might be true. That may be true. Diddy's supporters could have paid someone to do it. You don't expect them to do it themselves, do you? Probably not. Yeah, so did I, but I didn't want to say anything and be proven wrong and claim false news. There are some mods available for American Truck Simulator I want to try. One of them is snow, winter driving. I'm just starting to learn how to do summer driving. Never mind driving on snow, sleet, freezing, rain, and ice. It's only tells me you break more than just a kneecap. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I trash my tires as it is, so every 1,200 miles I have to go replace my tires because sometimes I don't use the Jake brake enough, and my brake shoes on my truck get hammered. And they're expensive. Trust me. Go into a Kenworth dealer. That'll be $1,200, please. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome to the show this morning. Good morning to you, too. Welcome everybody to the show. Pressed the wrong button. I didn't mean to laugh at Carolyn. Of course, I love Carolyn. That's a mistake. That went... But the thing is, to drive on snow in American Truck Simulator, something tells me that my truck would definitely be a real hazard to drive in a snowstorm. I never tried driving on snow. Until American Truck Simulator, you never tried driving. Well, I gotta admit, you've come a long way since the early days. You have. Yeah. So, let me remind everybody that, because of the inauguration is going to be a big, big deal. It's on a Monday. Okay. They're wondering if Trump should have it as a small little ceremony versus being something that's a big public event. I know Trump. He ain't going to go small potatoes. I know Trump. He's going to go, listen, this is a big deal, okay? I am going to be the 45th and the 47th president of the United States. I'm not going small potatoes here. I'm a developer. I think big. I want big. Oh, Eric, how you doing? I mean, I could just see him saying, oh, maybe Biden should have been a small celebration because he's such a small man, but I am not. I am going to make Trump big again. Yeah, we know that. I fill stadiums. He fills classrooms. Yeah, I know. It's cold out there, Carolyn. And the polar vortex isn't going to be moving out of the way. It's going to be stuck here for about another week to 2 weeks. You're going to be seeing some snow coming up in your areas. Okay, Connecticut is not immune to the snowflakes. In fact, next week, we might be seeing some snow in a couple of days next week. And temperatures, they're just downright frosty. In all seriousness, please do bundle up, okay? Good morning, Ancient. Also, I'd like to remind you guys, we need to get more likes in the like jar. So please double tap your like button. It doesn't take, or single tap or whatever. I don't know. Double tap on a portrait, I guess, and single tap on a landscape. YouTube, why do you have to be so inconsistent? I do not understand this format that they use. I do not understand this format they use. Also, fact checkers for Facebook are greatly saddened that their contract with Facebook has expired or coming to an end. Well, it's free speech. Okay, I appreciate that you want to have fact checking, because sometimes content creators like me make mistakes too, and we can. We're surrounded by information every day. Some of it, which I don't even wonder. I wonder if it's even factual. That's one of the reasons why some things that sound too incredulous, I will actually not share unless I have another source or two to verify it. For example, there was a rumor recently passed that we were going to be getting a stimulus check from Social Security was going to give a raise. Turns out it's only for a select group of people that are going to get that special Social Security benefit. It does not affect every Social Security recipient. As I pointed out, I was right. It is only for a select group of public service workers that are going to get the special benefits from Social Security. Snow is an endangered species here in Hamden. Yeah, well, I don't have any snow outside my house either. You look outside here. We don't have any snow either. In Winston. It's just not there. It's just not there. Also, I'd like to remind people to please consider joining us on Kick again on the 19th of January at 7 o'clock for the special with Chris Bliss. That's starting at 7 o'clock. He's going to be playing music that he's written. And he's also going to probably be playing some vinyls, cassettes, CDs. Just as I'm also we're going to be talking about music as well as I'm going to be playing music. Because we're going to be playing regular music as well as self-created music, we can't play it on YouTube. We can show you the link on YouTube, but we can't play it on YouTube. So, just keep in mind of that. But we also will make sure to put that special stream on Patreon so that it will always be a remembrance and you can always go back to it again to re-listen to it in the future. Because it'll be a special. So it will be on Patreon as a replay. It also will be, of course, on Kick. Maybe we can put it on Patreon as a regular show. The problem is we can't because, because Kick doesn't work with Patreon that way. No. But we can always put the replay up there, like I said. As Jean-Luc Picard would say, make it so, number one. Make it so. All right, we will do just that. It's the salmon dress. It's not pink. Stan, shut up with the clothes, okay? I'm already washing underwear right now. The black dress does need to be washed, and I do have plans to wash it right now. I've been using it as a seat cushion in my chair when playing American Truck Simulator. So, and also, we gotta wash the sweater too. Yeah, that's got pizza grease on it. Yeah, so we gotta get that washed also. That's in the next load. That's why we gotta finish washing the underwear, say hang them up to dry. So we'll do that today. We'll finish washing the underwears, rinse them out, and hang them up to dry, and then we'll start washing the sweaters and the dresses. Yeah. Yes, it is very cold there, Golden Girl, you're right. Panel link is open right now. It's HFP. HFP. Why don't you come out to hang out with me? Golden Girl, Comedy Flu, which I didn't see yet. People of Peace could come up too. He has the link. I don't know if he's going to come up or not. He's a strange one. I'm not going to lie. People of Peace called me twice yesterday when I was sleeping. And he started talking about some personal stuff, and I'm like, So where's the monitor? Well, it's on its way here. It's right now in Roanoke, Virginia. Must have been delayed because of weather. But it is on its way here now. I took a bath on Saturday. Yeah, Michelle took a bath on Saturday. Like she does every day. Actually, I took it on Sunday. we took it Sunday. What's on Stan? Oh, right there. I had to help David write a song early this morning in Ukrainian and English. Luckily, I have some Ukrainian friends to help with the lyrics. Well, I only really know English the best. I know a little bit of some, Romance languages. That's about it. But the thing is that it's the one thing about when it gets really cold out is that rightfully enough, most people just don't want to stick their feet outside unless they have to. Me and Michelle do agree that while winter is great if you're homebodies, even the homebodies don't always want to stay at home. Um, Sometimes we like to go out and travel too. Romance languages include Latin, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. Those are the three major Romance languages. Let's not forget French. French, which is really a little bit off the beaten track as a Romance language, but it is a Romance language. Right. Yes, I know a little bit of Italian. If you go Latin, it's the original Romance language. Latin is the original Romance language. Remember the word romance, that has to do with the word Rome. And the Romans people. The Romans made the Roman Empire created the language that they spread around, which is Latin, which eventually became the different languages that we all know as the major Romance languages. Well, the thing is that while we don't know everything about languages, make sure to tap the like bar, please. It would not hurt to tap the likeinator. It will help the channel continue to be represented in the YouTube feeds, which is represented, but I'd like to try to continue. Okay, how about literally what we mean based on modern definition? Romance languages. There we go. And also the S on the end, meaning many. There's, as I said, you got Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. We'll talk about the European Portuguese, which really sounds more like not exactly a Romance language. It's a language that doesn't use a lot of vowels for some reason. Panel link is HFP. 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 I'm actually looking forward to the Trump inauguration. I really am. But I do not know. I do not know if it's going to be a big shindig or a little shindig. There was a couple interesting things about the inauguration. The Homeland Security requested that medical professionals be on hand for this shindig. Why would you need medical professionals on hand? Do they know something that they're not telling us? I just got my 1099 miss forms, Stan. I did not get my PayPal declarations yet. Or the one from my bank yet. For now, I wouldn't worry about my taxes. Theoretically, Michelle, you can do your own taxes yourself since it's relatively straightforward. Unless you want to do itemized deductions, which right. Gaelic. Scottish Gaelic is a very, very dense language. Um, in fact, now that we have, I want to talk about something I mentioned briefly a couple of days ago. The Vonage manuscript, the one of pictures that no one could translate. Has anyone fed that into a quantum computer yet? What came out with the translation? Well, right now my biggest thing is that me and Michelle haven't really we calculated the numbers. We don't have enough money for taxes yet this year. However, next year when we pay file our 2025s, they will have earned more than $25,000 for the year 2025 earnings. Projected. That's projected income. We don't know how much it really is because the donations are kind of up in the air. So I don't know how much taxes we're going to be paying in 2025, if any. I mean, for 2025, probably won't pay any taxes at all again because we make below. If we make less than $25,000 between Social Security and regular taxes, we probably won't have to pay any taxes again. Not really that much of a big shot, Stan. That was December was an unusual month. I'm not that big of a big shot. We covered this yesterday. Somebody bought all those subs. And now those subs are quickly unsubbing. Or YouTube is unsubbing them, or both. We're losing the fake subs. As the fake subs are quickly leaving as fast as people are leaving the Los Angeles area because of the wildfires. So you can see YouTube is going through another correction. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know much about Gaelic. I don't even think Gaelic is used in everyday discussion language, in Scotland. Just as Irish isn't really normally used for everyday discussion either, from what I understand. People in Ireland don't normally speak Irish Gaelic either. Well, no, what it's going to take to continue to see natural growth. 2,000 subs a month. Easy. What? You gotta share the stream out more. That's what you guys gotta do. You gotta share the stream out more to everybody. Oh, really? I did not know that. It's making them come back in Scotland. Right, because we made less than $3,000 for the year. We already calculated it. Our 1099 showed that also. We already calculated it up. We don't even make the $25,000 requirement, even for single zero. But then I'm also eligible to use single too, because I'm blind, and everybody gets one personal exemption. Like I said, I have the 1099s right here. It just came in the mail. Let's see. This is the Social Security one, so. So because I don't have the 1099 miscellaneous, I have the 1099Gs or SSI or whatever it's called, SSDI, whatever. I need to get the 1099 miscellaneous. That's probably going to be coming shortly in the mail. But I've already looked at the total earnings made based on my ad revenue for the past 365 days. It's less than $3,000 for the year. Michelle will have to double that to $6,000 before she even gets $25,000 tax liability. Yes, they are. If they're going through YouTube or PayPal, they will show up in the 1099 MISC. For both. PayPal has their own 1099, and also YouTube files a 1099 MISC. So yes, they do show up in that. CashApp also submits one too, but there really is nothing on CashApp. because no one really donated by Cash App that much. Probably made Cash App probably made about $120 total in 3 years' time. Anytime you make money with YouTube, you super chat, super stickers, super thanks, memberships, advertising revenue, all of it goes on your 1099 MISC. All of that from the YouTube 1099. Any money that comes in through PayPal goes on its 1099. Same thing with Cash App. Same thing with my bank. The Social Security income technically shouldn't even be taxed. But right now, if I add those in, that's what I'm saying. I only made about $21,000 for the year, $22,000 tops for the year of 2024. The minimum is $25,000. We're $3,000 short. So Michelle has been keeping an eye on the numbers. Michelle is not that big of a superstar you might think. We got one way to go. Why donate? I understand why people donate plasma. Well, what about blood? Oh, thank you very much, John. I much appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning, Miss Snow Queen, and chat. Medium light skin tone victory or peace sign.
There you go. It worked. Thank you very much. We now know that works. So let me give a thank you for that. Okay. Alright. So the text to speech works, people. This we now know it. Thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it. Tiger Kitty, the text to speech donation feature works because Dawn just tested it for us when she made a donation to the channel. Although the voice is a little bit on the soft side. Yeah, but it works. Yeah. Right now, I think Trump realizes that we got a bigger problem than WIC right now. Okay? And the first thing is because Joe Biden gave so much money to Ukraine, that he's going to have to get that money back from Ukraine and reinvest it into American programs for American people. Don, I really do appreciate you testing that feature for me because we tried to test it and we couldn't get the voice to work. And I I appreciate that you made a little special super sticker. I really appreciate that because we've been trying to test it. I gotta admit, I really wish the voice was a little louder. That's their problem. That's not our problem. But I really do appreciate that we now know it works. You can send messages too. I didn't know that. Thank you, Don. Much appreciated. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that you could do that. Okay, that's cool. Since Social Security is sort of based on what you're paying in, well, mainly is a contribution from working taxpayers that pay taxes on my Social Security income. Right. Also, don't forget when you pay Social Security taxes, you're paying half of it. The employer pays the other half. Okay? And yet, the current rules of the game is when you start collecting Social Security, you have to pay tax again. And some people wonder why they're getting double taxed, and that's a good question. It's kind of odd, but I don't know how to explain it. I'm not an accountant to that level. I can't go tell you exactly what Congress does. A lot of the stuff they do, but that's what they did. But I'll just say this is there's a lot of changes. The Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, wants to seriously investigate and possibly suggest closure of certain agencies. I'm just very hopeful for the next 4 years. I'm really hopeful. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new changes that are expected for 2025 through 2028. And I can't guarantee it's all going to be smooth sailing. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a new time for America to again put on its dancing shoes and smile again. Yes, I know that. So, the rumor one time came up, and it's a rumor until I can find any way to substantiate it, is that Trump, when he gets in, is going to give a stimulus check to certain groups. I have not seen enough information to verify that. I have not seen it discussed anywhere consistent. I've heard it through rumor channels, but the truth is, there's no clear indication that there's going to be a stimulus check right now. It just isn't one. And again, thanks, Dawn. I do appreciate the $5. It really does help a lot with the channel. It really does. So let's talk about something a little more interesting. What would you like to see happen if you were the developer of American and European Truck Simulator? If I was a developer, yeah, I'd like to see where you get out to pump your own diesel. One thing, and maybe even load and unload your truck. You know, in some loading areas, you have to load your own truck. I mean, in case of warehouse, the warehouse guys running the forklifts do it. But if it's you, the individual in some operations, you have to load your own truck. It helps, though, Don. It does help. Just as memberships help, too. So please do consider. I mean, Don is a member, but I mean, if you could consider keeping your memberships active, that really does help.
Oh, yeah!
Because it's a nice steady monthly income and it automatically gets taken out of your payment. You don't have to worry about forgetting it. If you allow it to keep occurring as an automatic transaction, it's just $2.99 a month. It helps me, and you don't have to worry about it. And that just really makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah!
Also, I'd like to be able to have an option in the game where you can actually do your own. I mean, you can walk around your truck, but I mean, like, for example, for advanced mode, where you would couple up your own trucks, your own cables, your own hoses, as well as do your own pre-drive vehicle inspections, looking for rust, crud, tires, the things that you would do in real life. After all, it's a truck driving simulator, but also remember there's more to truck driving than just sitting behind the wheel. Also, lashing down loads, knowing how to put on your straps, take your straps off. That should be an advanced option in the game where you take care of that stuff. Right, that's true. Most of the time it's on pallets. You're absolutely right, Ancient. Um, and that's what why I'm saying it would be very easy for SCS to add or that option to both American Truck Simulator and the European Truck Simulator. It would be just as easy, for example, where you have to get out to pump your own diesel. Of course, in the state of New Jersey, they're probably going to require they pump your diesel, but it's fine. Yeah, I smacked into a curb. I guess the sign would say it got smashed. She smashed into me, that rude driver. I was just a sightseeing freeway. I didn't do anything wrong. I want the super assault and battery. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit your sign. I was trying to turn to avoid you, but somehow I couldn't turn enough, and you got smacked down in the process, especially on that stupid long nose. I cannot stand long nose trucks. I'm sorry, but I am so used to driving the K100E. I was trying to get on the freeway with the long. Actually, I think it was your flatbed, your regular truck. You did it. Yeah. But you just smashed a few things with your the company truck you borrowed too. Yep. That's not my problem. The company pays for it. I don't. Yes, a few cars that get crushed. I also had a head-on collision a couple times too. Once, yeah, and one car got clipped, and so up there less carnage now. After I've driven the truck for a few months in game time, um, especially with the wheel, that helped a lot. Because before, with the game by Xbox controller, it was almost like watching Grand Theft Auto 5. The amount of damage that was occurring was ridiculous. Mansfield? I came from Mansfield. I was living in the stores. I don't really think Mansfield would be a good idea. I want to get out of the state of Connecticut, not stay in it. And me, Golden Girl, and Comedy Flu are going to look into upstate New York area. I don't know. Some people like the cab overs. I like them because of maneuverability and the fact is I'm so high up. And the fact is that I can see, within 2 feet of me. I can actually, along those truck, I drove one last night to prove a point and see if I could handle it without basically going bananas. And I really did not like driving along those. Kenworth, I tried it. It's just too weird for me. Ancient Dan is not Noodles, if that's what you mean. But his first name is Dan. Yeah, boredom can set in. Especially when it's just like the song by the Beatles, right? I'm fixing the hole when the rain comes on. It keeps my mind from wandering where we will go. Smash! Right into Jersey Barrier. My biggest thing is trying to make sure to keep my eyes focused on the road. So even though it's a game, you can still get white line fever, especially if you're sitting in the road for 2 hours. In all reality, driving a truck takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of concentration, and being alert all the time, watching all those blind spots. Just, I don't mind driving the truck, but I do need to take breaks. So I don't play more than 3 hours, because if I played for more than 3 hours, I think my gameplay would really suffer. Yeah, okay, I'll go there. Yes, there was smoother ride because of the lower center of gravity. But if you look at it this way, what makes the cab over such a great truck is the fact that you're high up. Because you're high up, you can see more below you or around you. There's no big nose of an engine compartment in the way. And that is what important. Now maybe some of the trucks that have a slanted nose like this, where your windshield and the windshield's on like this, might be a little bit less of a problem. I know Volvos have that. I think International Harvesters do, Freightliners do. But Kenworth's noses aren't so rounded like that. They're just straight on. Auction.com. Okay. Right. Yes, Agent works with David Bingman. He helps him with the creation, with the music and stuff, and paranormal research. Give me that coffee. Yeah, they do. Yes, I know. But Stan, could you please post a link in the uh Discord? The reason I'm saying that is because welcome to Auction.com to be determined. Okay, Erie County. All right. Let me bookmark this tab. $20,000 resale value. I don't need a 4-bedroom house. I need a 2-bedroom house. $226,000, $244,000, $241,000, $241,000, $319,000, $100,000, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1,002 square foot home, and Medina, New York. Current bid is at $38,440. Yeah, okay. Right. So I don't have $38,440 in my pocket. So I don't think that's gonna be a reality. I think that's yeah, okay. I'll go with the death traps thing, the cab overs. But on the other hand, there are a lot of people that still have the cab overs and they really love them. And they love them so much because they keep them in good shape. Because they enjoy the high vantage view. The only thing that helps with the center of gravity is the fact that your heaviest part of the truck, your engine, is underneath you. That you're talking about for front-end collisions, yeah, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that cab over could be the last thing you ever want to be in. After all, the old joke goes, the cab over driver is always the first one at the scene of an accident, especially a head-on collision, because you don't have the crumple zone of an engine compartment between you and your cab. But, you do get that high advantage of literally being high up. And let's be honest, the tighter turning radiuses, I need that. I'm so used to my tight turns in my cab over when I'm driving the game. I can turn on a dime. I can't. I tried to do that with a long nose, and I didn't do as well. Yeah. Try. Okay. Chautauqua County, New York. So it's not Erie County. It's Chautauqua County. How do you spell that? Spelling's right there. Let's see. Okay, copy that. Let's see if I can put that in there and see what it finds here. Okay, paste that, spelling of the word. Now hit start search. Enter. Okay. And it's still showing me Erie County, New York. Why are you showing me Erie County? I entered another city. Come on. Paste. Pop the return key. Oh, okay. 130,000. All right, well, let's sort by lowest price first. Property, bedroom, 1 or 2 beds, 1 plus 2 beds, just like Zillow. Bathroom, 1 bathroom. Single family, okay. Buying type, online auction, I don't care about that. Condition, well, used is fine. Features, okay. Okay, sorted by lowest price. No, don't worry about it. Just show me what you got. I can't set the search option by lowest price first. Opening bid $1. That's a 2-family duplex. 5 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. A huge place. Holy crap. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. $442,000. $120,000. Jackson Avenue in Erie, Pennsylvania. So it's still showing me Erie, but in other words, it's not really a lot. Just there's some, but it. How long are you doing the I wouldn't say that's entirely true. There are some owner drivers that still drive their cab overs in all types of weather conditions. Hi Tina, how you doing? You're not likely to see it in fleets of trucks, but you will see when individuals will love it. Hopefully, you'll keep up their cab over to meet Department of Transportation specifications. So owner operators got a lot to lose if their truck isn't operating because it's a revenue source. I heard that they're going to possibly consider adding box trucks to the game, which is nice because a box truck is still a medium-sized vehicle. Supports a gross vehicle weight rating of 25,000 pounds, so maybe it doesn't hold as much as a Class A, but it's still will be nice to have for a vehicle. Maybe up to 30,000 pounds, actually. 30,000, yeah. At least with a box truck, you don't have to worry about a separate trailer, so backing up is a little bit easier. I need to work on my backing up game a bit. So I think once I get back to my shop after this 1,200-mile trip, I think I'm going to be practicing my backing up to my, loading to my garage. Just faff around for a few days just to practice backing up. One professional trucker showed how he's supposed to do it. He said, first of all, a lot of people make the mistake when the trailer starts turning is that you can take advantage of that when you get into the loading dock. In other words, if you can manage to go right into the lane next to you. So, like, the truck is going to start to turn in like this when you're turning in like this. So, if you set it up just right, you could actually turn in. Of course, if it's a totally surrounded by trucks on both sides, you don't really have that option. No, I don't know. I know that. I don't know nothing about driving trucks in the real world, but I certainly have watched a lot of videos of real truckers talking about the process. So I have been watching videos of real truck drivers and real truck instructors talking about the same thing and been trying to put them towards the game. But backing up has always been my biggest problem. Right, the doghouse. Yeah, the doghouse for cab over is a bit of a problem. That is true. And to get into the back bunk, you have to scoot over the doghouse to get to the back bunk. On the Kenworth K100E, it's pretty much the same level as the bunk. So you could say the bunk is T-shaped. Okay, if you got a sleeper in your truck, and I do, my truck has a sleeper. I could get a K100 day cab. I would have been fine for most of the trips I do. But I chose to get a cab over with a sleeper because I realized that I would be going on longer trips. But the loss of a rear window was kind of sad. But then again, you normally don't see much with a rear window anyway because you got your trailer behind you. I guess that's where it's good. You can see if your trailer is there. Yes, there is. It's been open the whole time. HFP. HFP. Some people suggested that, sleeping in the doghouse. Yeah. One thing, it's warm. No, unless you have an instrument cluster, like in some Peterbilts, where actually the instrument cluster is sitting apart on top of the doghouse. I don't really know how you would sleep on those because your instrument cluster is like, talk about being wedged in there. You have to. So let's just pretend this is the doghouse, and here's your instrument cluster. Now on the Kenworth, it's kind of like this. I'm gonna hold so you can see it. Okay, so you have this as your instrument cluster. This is your doghouse. Okay, well on some Peterbilts, what they did is the instrument cluster is like this. So now, all of a sudden, there's less space here because you got instrument cluster over here. But that gives the passengers, say, a little bit more of a room, but not much. But I mean, it's a minor inconvenience if you had passenger, but I don't have a passenger in my car. Okay, I got a simulated cat in my truck. Yeah, I got a model of a cat in my truck, along with my Lucky Strike cigarettes and my ashtray and my logbook and calculator and a flashlight. There we go. More panel links. All that. That is. Thank Kitty. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
I was wondering when someone was going to come up here today.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I was wondering where everybody was this morning. I said HFB is linked.
I've been sitting backstage ding-donging for a while, Michelle.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't even see it on the screen.
Well, I went to YouTube and I couldn't even hear it coming through, so I don't know.
So I'm not the only one that couldn't hear it then. So
no, I don't know.
That's kind of weird. But did you hear that the donation from Don, the text-to-speech option worked?
Yeah, I did.
It's just the voice is kind of soft.
Yeah, it could do with the voice, the volume turning
I tried to turn it up, but I couldn't get any louder than that. You know. So
ancient Dan, I said, is ancient Dan David, not Noodles. the other David, because they have a similar photograph.
Right. Ancient Dan works with David S.
That's who I meant, David S. I meant David S. Yes, David
Good morning,
S.
Chris Bliss. I also sent
You
you a
worked with
DM
him?
reminding you that at 6:45 p.m. we're going to do some sound checks on the 19th to make sure everything's set correctly for the sound. So, so that we'll be all set for the 19th at 7 o'clock.
I didn't know you wear glasses, Tina.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, they look nice.
Thank you.
The glasses don't look too much different than Michelle's. No.
Hi, Chris. Oh, because I asked if Dan was David, because they have similar pictures. So Dan and David are friends. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
One of my friends was a
David
truck driver
S.
for a few years and owned a beautiful black and silver Peterbilt long nose, or better known as a conventional truck. Oh, okay. Chris Bliss says he got blisters on his fingers. How did you get that?
Oh, bless him. Tina, are you going to come to Kick on Sunday and watch Chris Bliss?
I would think Chris, it should be. The reason I say it should be is because if you got your piano working similar to the way you had it working when you were on here, and you got your sound router through your mixer like you should, it should be no problem. You got a couple days to pre-test that, make sure that's working, and then if you really need more help with pre-testing, we can arrange ahead of time to pre-test more. But I would think it should be enough time.
I'm hoping to.
So it's on Sunday, Tina, 7 o'clock on Kick.
It's Sunday?
Yeah, 7 o'clock, yep.
Okay.
And we will save the stream also on Patreon for patrons to watch. And we'll save a copy of the link to YouTube as well as a members only stream. Oh wait, you can't save it to YouTube because it's got copyrighted music. DMCA, you are a pain. Oh.
Hi, Ebony. Good to see you. There's your friend Ebony, Michelle.
DMCA, go away. Okay, how you doing?
Michelle.
Ebony, how you doing?
Ebony
welcome to the
chat.
show. Yeah, CC Ebony. Welcome to the show, Ebony. Well, yeah, people. I mean, it's in American truck simulator. In American trucking, it's kind of like what sports teams watch. Some people like go for team cab over, and some go for team conventional. Some don't care.
Oh, okay, David. Sorry, Michelle. I was confused about David and an ancient Dan, because they look very similar. They're both near you, but it's his mate, and he's a paranormal.
Good morning, David S. Welcome to the show today.
It makes sense now.
So, Ebony, how are you doing today? Over there in the house next door.
How you doing next door?
Well, right, she lives in the building next door to me. Yeah,
I know, but how's the weather? Probably the same as yours, Michelle.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, hopefully I heard. I mean, there are people that install mods to install box trucks into American Truck Simulator. Please, SCS, do create box trucks in the game, because there are some times when you don't need a full tractor trailer truck to deliver say a few pieces of furniture, and a box truck would be more than fine. So, I mean, you already got people adding buses to American Truck Simulator, European Truck Simulator 2. It would be really easy to support a box truck. It's still transportation. Those come in conventional and cab over designs as well.
Oh, do you know what I got
What?
in the mail?
What?
I
What
got
did you get in the mail?
I gotta go do jury duty.
Jury duty.
Jury
Oh,
duty.
hell. So, what's going to be your excuse to get out of this, Tina?
Are you going to? Are you going? Are you going to apply for
Go
the
on,
exemption, Tina? Are you going to?
She's going to think of an excuse and get out of it, Michelle.
Yeah.
Bad back. She's got a terrible back.
I'm going to have to tell him I can't get out of bed.
Wheel the bed in the courtroom.
Yeah, Tina should be eligible to get out of it if she has disabilities bad enough.
Yeah.
Do you get court jewelry service, Michelle?
I got summoned for jury duty a couple times, and I basically told the same thing and sent them a copy of my certificate of legal blindness and said, "Sorry, not eligible." And they said, "Okay, fine."
Oh, so if you're blind, you're not eligible.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, if you don't have a transportation because you're handicapped, yeah, you can get out of it for that reason.
Oh, I thought they'd give you bus money or something.
No, they don't pay you that. And don't
They
forget,
pay you traveling money.
I would have been there early in the morning for the courthouse. So, that was the problem. Was the early morning for jury selection? I would have been, and then the other thing, the reason why they said legally blind people can be exempt is because they may not be able to see all the evidence clearly, and that's going to affect the.
Ebony says, "How have you been, Michelle? She missed you."
I miss you too. How come you don't come upstairs and visit me? So I know it's hard with your,
Ebony, you should go over and visit and go for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on over and hang out here, and then Kristen can come over too once in a while too when she's free.
Girls' Day in.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
The spirits are terrified and ancient. Yeah.
Maybe you can see if Ebony wants to have a go on your truck. Ebony, have you seen Michelle's
I have another profile where she could probably play. I call it crash test dummy.
I was watching a bit yesterday, Michelle. I watched the Widowmaker claim a few more lives.
Yeah. All I want to do is I want to see if I can actually paint some logos on that truck. Kind of like the illustrations I showed yesterday in VLC.
Oh, she has no problem with that. Oh, she'll pop over and see you maybe, Michelle.
Yeah, that'd be nice if she did.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, very nice.
I mean, the weather is... I'd come over before the snow and ice start. That's probably going to be next Thursday.
All right. You better off bringing her, Ebony, before you come in case she's having one of her nappies.
Yeah.
And Rusty will like it too.
Yeah, Rusty will like it.
Oh, but that's no big deal. As long as I know what time they're coming over, I can at least be up. Usually I take a nap between, right after the morning show till about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then I wake up, and then I do the night show at 7.
So this is like, Michelle's not really up now. This is her pre-waking. She's just up for this show.
Yeah.
Then it's back to bed.
Over this show, feeding the cat, changing the cat litter, which I just did today.
Eat your breakfast.
eating breakfast. I didn't eat yet. No, I didn't eat yet. I'm gonna make some soon though.
Cereal.
Um,
You like bacon, Michelle? I never see you eat sausage or bacon.
Yeah, did
I
you
don't
eat
eat
that?
sausage or bacon. No.
No, you don't like it? How can you not like bacon?
I do not
Yeah.
like to eat bacon. I will make sausage once in a great while for Italian dinner, but that's about it.
Oh, well, you're probably the only person I know that don't like bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon's just, I can't eat it, but wish I could.
Bacon.
Make that two people.
Where is Comedy Flu this morning, I wonder?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe he's still
Breaking
asleep.
news, Michelle. Stan has breaking news.
And once all the spirits kept calling my name, they were scared of him. Oh, really? I still love to see Ancient come up here and check out this place. Maybe we can all have coffee and coffee cake with the spirits and say, hey, because this building's got a lot of people in it, a lot of memories in the past.
Breaking news, Ukraine Parliament under attack.
what?
Really?
Par-
Why?
Parliament?
Is Ukraine under attack because they realize that people of Ukraine realize that the government is supporting a jerk?
Morning, Galaxy.
Oh, Galaxy, I
I
see you
got
doing. Speaking of California, fires are still going right now.
yeah,
I think they had a bit of relief, didn't they? Galaxy would probably tell us better, but I think the winds died down a little bit. They were able to get somewhat hold of it.
That'll be a good.
I was wondering.
So you can come by, you and David S. Even if we don't find anything bad here, like I think the spirits would like to hang out and have a shindig. Because I mean, most of the spirits I sense in this building are benevolent, but they find my show kind of curious because they get to see me do it, but I think they're like, "What's the show all about?" So I wonder how you would explain to them what YouTube is. Oh, those that would died long before television. Probably would be most likely
Well,
to be
YouTube,
confused.
the way you describe it is, it's like the radio, but now we have
It's the
vision.
radio with pictures.
Yeah, radio with pictures.
But the only thing is, I mean, this building was built in 1911. They didn't have radio then. Radio didn't become a commercially accessible thing until about, say, 1930. About 1930 is when commercial radio
it's
started
like
becoming.
letter writing, but it's with vision and speech. There you go.
But it's instantaneous communication style.
Oh, the dog's going crazy. I'm going to see. Probably a delivery.
But if you say it's like a telegraph or the telephone, which did exist then.
Yeah.
Without wires, yeah.
Yeah, you could compare it to
That's
that.
an interesting joke, yeah. Then clear, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Michelle, that the situation right now for you and me at time being is safe. She says she does not see any orange in her sky anymore.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I think the wind has given them a break.
So, they're keeping the fire out of your way. That's good.
You got a shower?
It's always a good thing. Keep fire out of your way.
Yeah.
How was that? I'm disappointed. The chicken's delicious.
Well,
Hey,
that's why each day, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. Also, can you sense auras? Because I'd like to know when you come, if you can tell me more clearly what my aura energy is saying. Because I have a feeling that it's an upgoing octarine aura, but I don't really know. I tried to see my own aura, and I really had a hard time seeing it. But I don't sense that it's a downward aura. I think it's an upward one. But I've really never been too good at sensing auras. What do you like to eat? What do I like to eat?
No, she
Uh,
asked if- Oh, I would like to.
I like
I thought she was asking if
plantains.
you like to eat deer meat.
I like prosciutto. I like fried.
love
I like deep fried chicken, which you probably do know how to make that.
Why would you say that, Michelle?
What is that?
That she knows how to make deep fried chicken. I don't know how to make deep fried chicken.
I
I've
do
tried.
like deep fried chicken because
Trouble with deep fried chicken is I can never get it done inside before the outside starts.
yeah, well
Yeah.
that's because it's a 2-step process.
Now,
Really,
what's the process?
first you put the coating on it, and then you deep fry it. Okay,
I know,
and then
but,
put
like-
it in the oven for a bit to bake it.
Oh, I maybe need to do the oven.
That means that what the frying does with the skin is it keeps the moisture inside.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll try again.
Oh,
Put
okay.
me off.
Really,
I
you can
make
see that
some-
on camera. My aura, really? Does it go upward or downward? I think it's upward, Michelle, because I can't see. Can you see my aura? Can you see just
I think
Michelle's aura,
it's
or
the-
can you see my aura too?
I can see a fuzziness around you, but I think it's your camera quality.
I don't see that fuzziness
And
around
that could
me.
be your aura. I don't know. It might be your aura.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
I don't know either.
Hi, E, how you doing?
My temperature's too high. Yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm cooking it too.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, if you deep frying that, and you wanna, it takes work to cook chicken right. It's not easy. It to really make it right. It takes a little bit of work. You don't want to have it too hot anyway. You don't want to burn the oil. Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah,
flash
but
fry.
then I think I did try doing it cool, like not so hot, and then it was soggy. I don't know. I'm just gonna just buy the shit if I want to eat it. I'm not good at making that. That's not my forte. But
That's
what
what
is
I
my
do.
forte, Michelle, is I've just rigged up a grow room.
That's absolutely
will
true,
be-
Michelle. You're right. Yes, that's another way to do it. Is you got to find the sweet spot for oil temperature, because if it's too low, it's not going to crisp up. If it's too high, the
peanut
oil
oil.
can flash in the fire, and then you have a bigger problem. All right. So you got to know the flash point of your oil, so you don't hit that. So let's say I don't have any oil temperatures. I'm just going to estimate one. Let's just say you have a flash point when oil is 380 degrees. Well, you don't want to go 380 because that's going to mean you're going to have a fire. But you don't want to go over 240 because then it won't be hot enough. So you got to find, say, like 300, 340, 320. But then you're going to fry it longer.
Yeah, I think I'll just not bother.
I just buy it.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm not asking about Ed's aura. I asked about me and Lummy's aura.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the green screen can also be masking out some of it too. Let's try switching cameras for a minute here. Yeah, let's try switching cameras and see if
Ooh.
that might be masking it out a bit. Yeah, you dropped the camera. I know I dropped
But
the
do
camera.
cameras pick up auras, or is that only with the naked eye? Can you see an aura? I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen one.
All right, let's try
I've
it.
never seen one.
You've never seen one? I haven't
All
either.
right, let's try it with
Is
this
it like
camera.
there's supposed to be a light that comes off of you?
So, H, what is now? Can you see? Because I turned the camera, switched camera over to another one that is not the green screen effect, so it doesn't mask out green. What kind of aura do you see there in this picture? Does Lumi have her own aura? Do I have my own aura? I know Michelle has one, but do I have an aura?
Is one side a different color, guys? Because we need to know if Lumi's aura is the same color.
I'm hoping we do, but I'm definitely not going to back up listen to
I tend to have a.
The red team in shambles. Ramsey turns to the blue team for some reassurance.
Hi, Botch. There's our little old Botch.
Technically, there's
I'll
a
have some
possibility that the auras could be the same because we're both on the same level. It could be the same all around, but it could also be that the aura could be showing two different auras. That's why Michelle switched over to the other camera because the green screen obviously is going to mask out on green for the background.
That's true. Yeah.
I see mostly white. Okay.
What does that mean, Michelle?
Is
White?
that white, like, it's mostly white, but what other colors in that aura, though?
The Snow Queen. It's white. Of course, you're going to be white. White as snow.
Well, white means that the person is possibly spiritually attuned. If it's an upward going, it means that they're spiritually attuned for the positive forces. If it's downward, we would see it would look like would mean more like you're tuned for the dark forces. That doesn't necessarily mean that a person. See, that's just it. If you're evil, but your aura is downward turning, it's still going to look white, but it's going to be going down towards the earth. If you're sick or physically ill, it may also have a lower brilliance and also be downward facing.
Mm-hmm. I don't do any cooking with oil.
I have no idea how we would do that, Stan. Winter time's coming. I don't think anyone. Winter time's here. I don't think anyone's going to be digging out in a snowstorm.
We see Michelle and Lumi out there digging.
We see my son Lumi out there.
Okay.
That's kind of weird. So David has said, I do not do any cooking with oil. A lot of them were used as an alternative to petrochemicals, oils, and engines. Yes, canola oil was used as a lubricant.
Vegetable oil apparently is bad for you. Veggie oil. All those oils are terrible for you.
Yes, carrying photography can do it. I don't have a carrying camera. Some of the original carrying process used a plate, and you put your hand on it, would get a reading on your plate. That was a contact carrying method, but there also created a camera that didn't require physical contact.
You fry your chicken in lard. Well, that's probably healthier, to be honest.
I know. I can. What's that?
Mr. Goodwrench.
Oh yeah,
fries in lard. In Belgium, they
yeah.
fry
You can arrange your chicken in pure lard or chicken fat. What do you think originally was done back in old days with McDonald's before they went to or beef fat? They used to fry their French fries in the beef fat,
and it's delicious. They still do in Belgium, Michelle, and some parts of France. They're delicious. Absolutely oh my God. Absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I know it does. But in America, they decided to go with vegetable oil, which vegetable oil is made in a process that's, shall I say, strips any benefits out of vegetable oil.
Right. Where is Comedy Flu? He must have, he might be out, I guess, with D.
Well, Comedy Flu may be big, but he's only about twice as heavy as me, so you think about that.
He's two of you.
Yeah. I never tried chips and goose fat.
Roast potatoes in goose fat is delicious.
Well, I never had goose fat, but I know about frying potatoes in oil, yeah. I don't do any cooking with oil because I use chemicals.
Yeah, you can buy like things of goose fat and stuff in England so that when you cook your roast potatoes.
And you realize that diesel tractor trailer trucks are designed to run on peanut oil, right? Most people did not know that.
No, vegetable oil is not good either, apparently. Isn't vegetable oil the kind of waste material off of something? And they just found something to do with
that's
it and they
interesting.
made it into vegetable oil.
It's interesting what ancient said. That's really interesting. He said, I worked as a roadie and it was incredibly painful to even change broken guitar strings in one gig. Once I stopped cooking with oil, most of the pain went away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do those? No.
Vegetable oil
that's what they
is.
say now. Next year it'll be something else that's bloody bad for you. There's always something, isn't there? Don't eat margarine.
FDA, after 113 years, the FDA finally agreed that artificial red number 3 is considered carcinogenic. After 114 years.
They're banning a lot of your candies, aren't they? They've got a year or 2 years to come up with the better recipe.
Yeah, artificial red's used. Red dye number 3 is used a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, your candy is banned in England. Some of it, Skittles. I think your Skittles.
Well,
because I think we have them, but not with your chemicals in them.
I mean, vegetable oil, if you ever see how it's made, you would realize it's a process that, I mean, I suppose it's better in some ways, but given the fact is that it strips the oil, and the oil when it comes out, unless it's descented and deodorized, stinks. No one really thinks about that. That vegetable oil has to be filtered, processed, and descented after it's made. It's made in high heat, high temperature setting.
My body wouldn't know what to do without candy.
Oh yeah, in Europe, in London, they don't use a lot of artificial colors. Even their American equivalent of Fruit Loops cereal actually contains, like you said, beets or contains other natural colors. That's why Fruit Loops over in London don't look like American Fruit Loops, because they're not as brilliant red and green. It's because they're using natural dyes.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, well, they're changing it now, I see. Like Michelle says.
Well, now the United States is finally catching up with the rest of the world, but
they're going to get rid of all the bad. Well,
they're not going to try. Remember,
I
that's
think
what
we gave him 2
that's
years.
what
to get
Robert
it.
F. Kennedy wants to do too. He wants to reform our Food and Drug Administration because of that reason.
Okay.
You think you're giving these candies to kids?
Oh yeah.
Look how bad that is, that you've been giving these lovely candies to children.
Even cough drops. Cough drops. The Hall's Menthol Liptus cough drops contain red number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
If you want to find out more about how vegetable oil is made, once you watch it, how it's processed, you'll probably say to yourself, never again. Same thing with canola oil. Like Ancient said, and David has said, it was used for lubricants in World War II. Canola oil was used specifically for that purpose as lubricants. For lubricating
It's
engine
like-
parts on tanks.
And now we're eating it.
And now we're eating it.
It's like
Oh,
Coca-Cola, and if you pour it on rust, it can get rid of rust.
well, the worst thing is, I suppose, it's this generation that's been eating all this shit that is going to show up in. Because the generation before me, they didn't eat as much candy as my generation. Didn't have,
Right.
Yeah.
candy wasn't around like it was my generation.
I've seen some of the process how chicken nuggets are made. It's
Oh no,
basically
no.
it's shredded meat, and then it's just pushed into a press and squashed, and then it uses kind of like a binding agent to glue the nuggets together, and then
Yeah,
they're
I can't talk about any animal. Like, I know if I watched something on an animal dying to give me a burger, I'd probably go veggie.
Yeah, like Bill.
Yeah, I just don't want to know. I know it's ignorant. I know it's horrible. I know, but I just can't. My brain can't. I can't with animals. Animals, children, and old people.
yeah.
Like, I can't
I
watch
know.
anything. I can't watch anything horrible about them.
I know.
Well, the way I feel about it is this: human beings gotta eat. Okay, I know that
I
people
know.
may not have love-hate relationships with the meat industry, but the truth is, human beings need the protein. We need it for our brain development, for increasing our brain capacity, something we couldn't grow on enough on a vegetarian diet or vegan diet. If
Well,
you
how do vegetarians do it then?
Yeah.
Well, it happens over many, many generations that brain capacity was increased. It particularly exploded when we started using meat in our meals. Our brain density increased a lot from the eating of
Really?
meat.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're supposed to eat meat because of our teeth setup. We have teeth that are for meat, eating meat. So we are designed to
We're
eat meat.
omnivore, technically. Well, we eat mostly vegetables, actually, but it was the invention of the kitchen utensils that we started to eat meat. And, of course, with fire, we could finally cook it meat in a formal way we could eat it because our teeth are set up more for vegetables than meat.
Really? I thought that's what them back ones were for meat.
They're for crushing.
Yeah.
The incisors are meant for cutting, but they're not for cutting steaks. They're for cutting vegetables.
So we're not supposed to be eating meat? Is that what you're telling me?
No, not really. And maybe
Oh,
except the
Lord.
whistle well as a side dish.
I'm not giving up my meat.
No, I mean, God. Life's hard enough without putting obstacles in the way.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
I had to live on salads for over 2 years. I had serious intestinal infection. Eating meat was like drowning in a whole box of Alka-Seltzer and then became lactose intolerant too. That sucks. Milk is a major part of my meal plan. I drink a
Yeah.
lot of milk.
Yeah, I love milk. If I could, I'd sneak into the farm next door and take
Yeah, you
some.
can. Yes, Michelle, you can survive off a non-meat diet. Absolutely. But the only thing is, as one guy pointed out, is how much vegetables does it take to sustain a human being? He was comparing sheep, okay, to a human being of equal size. The ungulates, like the sheep, right? They graze all the time. Humans graze all the time. He took 3 bags of lawn clippings and threw them on his plate. That is the amount of grass you have to eat to sustain yourself for a day. Which is 3 big bags of lawn clippings. Well, that's great if you're trying to lose weight, but then maybe you might need to eat a bag of grass.
No, thank you.
Absolutely, ancient. That is very realistic, and really was important to remember that, because in wintertime it was easy to raise livestock in your barn than it was to grow food. I remember we talked about before electricity, before greenhouses, before modern agriculture. It was easy to raise livestock like sheep and goats. And that's why a lot of people in the northern climates are still not lactose intolerant, because their bodies still use milk protein and the milk sugars to provide for the winter months. A lot of people in the Mediterranean can't drink milk. They lose the ability because they don't need it, because they got the sunlight to provide them with the vitamin D and calcium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of those so-called vegan meat products like the Impossible Burgers, that company is going bankrupt. It didn't work out for them. They're not making money. And also, I tend to wonder what else is in the Impossible Burger.
Yeah, what is in there?
Yeah, what is in there?
It's like they said it was plant.
I like almond milk also. I like chocolate almond milk. Regular white almond milk's okay also. I don't suggest putting almond milk in my coffee though. No.
No. No.
Also, almond milk is good for women, postmenopausal women too, to keep their estrogen levels up. And for men, using things that contain pine nuts, which is a plant androgen, is good for male menopause. So if you get in menopause, and then drink things using pine nuts. If you're a woman and you have menopause, drink things containing plant estrogen, such as soybeans.
I wish I would have known that when I was going through menopause.
Yeah, men do go through it, by the way. Yes. But definitely for women, you should just drink more soy milk. But men should try not to drink too much, because it's going to increase your estrogens. Nice.
Well, they're constantly showing people drinking soy milk on TV.
Lately, I've been seeing more commercials for almond milk, but even those commercials kind of slowly faded away into obscurity, as people are drinking more regular cow's milk.
Okay.
Well, that's good,
Sure.
ancient.
I've never tried it, and I drink.
I've had soy milk. I've also had almond milk. The silk soy milk ain't half bad. I do like tofu, which is made out of soybeans. I like my tofu mostly dry, and then I can use it to like Italian style tofu. I'll use it sometimes in cooking.
Like oh, they have this dip at some places, and it has I can't think of it. I can't just eat it by itself, but
Yes, they do. The Eskimo tribes, Inuit, do use a lot of fat in the whaling.
they do.
Because
Don't they,
that's for them, it's important because they don't really have much way to grow agriculture in the North Slope of Alaska. It's just not a thing. It's just too cold to grow any crops.
Yeah, don't they use a lot of lard and stuff like that?
Almost all the food in the stores is processed to an inch of its usefulness. I mean, let's not lie.
My daughter gets migraine headaches, and her doctor told me to stop letting her eat processed foods. Well, processed meats.
Yeah, processed food have been known to cause problems for people's health, yes.
So she had to give up processed meat.
Yeah, there you can get processed eggs. Especially things that are not actually eggs and shells, but like processed eggs whites, processed yellow eggs, low cholesterol eggs in the cartons is probably not necessarily real eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. And my son, we found out, my youngest son is allergic to egg whites.
Oh,
No.
wow.
That would mean
He might grow out.
preclude him from eating anything that uses eggs, including baked goods, which a lot of eggs are used in baking. So
yeah, he's very allergic to egg whites.
Wow.
I kid around and say he was my bubble boy because he's allergic to weeds, trees, dust.
well, the problem is vegetable oil, which is what we were talking about earlier, is processed to an inch of its life. Remember, there's not really very much oil in vegetables. Keep this in mind, okay? It's processed. It's mixed with chemicals. Descent. When you first get it out of the cooking process, it's vile smelling. It doesn't have a good taste. It's bitter. It's through chemical process that they filter all that negative flavoring out. And it's a high heat oil. Everybody says, "Oh, but it's good because it doesn't have trans fat." Really? You want to know what? I got a feeling I could shake you a kangaroo. It shows you otherwise. Vegetable oil, because the way it's processed, is God very easily can turn into a trans fat. Heat is what turns oil into a trans fat.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you
If my
find it, check
if
before and see if it's rubbery.
The best
if my son
viewers on steamboat.com.
if
Well,
my son would go outside,
that's interesting. But before I start buying subs for my Kick channel, which I could do, I mean, my
We're
Kick
not
channel.
doing that, Michelle. You've never done that, and you never are gonna do that. If other people have done that, that's their
Probably
thing.
not, but.
Why would you buy subs? That's
Absolutely. I am glad you brought that up,
scammy.
Ancient, because that's what I've been hearing lately, too. He said it's not the sugar that's a problem. There's a bacterial
Imbalance in the gut.
imbalance in the gut. According to latest research I read, there is a bacterial infection or inflammation of the pancreas that causes type 2 diabetes. It is not necessarily what you're eating. It is a bacteria that's causing your pancreas to malfunction, causing your A1C to go high. That might be true. I can't prove if that is all true. I haven't studied what the American Diabetic Association's got to say on that. But if that's true, that means that, and they say you can cure type 2 diabetes, and you can.
You can with diet.
So if that is indeed caused by bacteria, then that means that type 2 diabetes could easily be eliminated.
yeah,
Cereal grains, pure cereal grains, ones that don't contain pesticides such as glycol phosphate or phosphate or whatever it's called, which tends to cause problems with what is it? The illness that which is people some allergic to wheat gluten causes gluten issues. It's actually an insecticide that actually causes the gluten sensitivity. That's used then for spraying for bugs. I didn't know that either.
Nobody's mentioning salt.
Yes,
It's all
I know.
about-
Green tea. Absolutely. I
Salt
do
is
know
very
that.
bad for you as well. Salt. So if we cut out the eggs, we're cutting out the oil, we're cutting out the salt, we're cutting out
Yeah.
what's left?
nothing.
Sugar.
What happened?
Nothing.
Sugar.
Nothing.
But now, which kind of sugar? HFCS? Good old fashioned table sugar? Sugar beet sugar?
Shit we eat. That shit we eat, Michelle, I don't think it's very good for us.
Well, the problem with high fructose corn syrup is it's made out of just that corn syrup.
No, I'm not on about that. I'm on about the powder stuff we use in our drinks.
I
Yeah.
know. It's a lot of different
That-
stuff.
Fake sweetener that I use and you use.
I saccharin.
Yeah, that's. I bet you they'll find out that causes cancer or something.
Well,
Yeah.
my husband.
They originally thought it didn't cause cancer, but the problem with the test was they were flawed because they were giving the rats like 4,200 times the dose of saccharin that the average person uses in their food. I mean, for the weight of the rodent. I mean, that's ridiculous. You know, nobody eats like that. You don't eat pure saccharin for dinner. So, the testing resulted in the FDA realized that the whole results were totally flawed. So that's why they removed it from a black box. Originally, it had a black box in the 80s, and so that's why manufacturers were
Well,
looking
who
for
studied that?
alternatives.
What idiot studied that? What scientist decided to give
Simple. Those that are supporting other artificial sweeteners.
Oh, I see.
You remember, this artificial sweeteners is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Why
Such
not
a
better way to
shame that there's
destroy
not.
your competition than basically saying that they're dangerous and toxic to you while you're trying to promote your own products, such as NutraSweet, Splenda. I mean, NutraSweet isn't exactly good for you either, and Splenda is chlorofluoridated carbon or sucrose or sucralose. They replaced the carbon atom with chlorine atoms. So think about it. What are you eating? You're eating chlorinated sugar. But it's so tough. It doesn't break down, and because it's sweet, people or animals that need sweet things, they can get the food, starve to death. Because guess what? It's not edible. It also is tough on the environment. It doesn't break down.
Oh well.
I wanted to say that my husband's aunt can't drink
Right.
Splenda.
I never was to that point though, ancient, but I certainly for a while was pre-diabetic, and the reason was because of well, we're not exactly sure what it was, but it was believed that it was because before I started taking the multivitamin supplement, a woman's 50 plus, my body was not being able to properly process the materials because it was vitamin deficient in certain key vitamins. And once I started taking regular woman's 50 plus from CVS every day, now all my labs are normal. Except my triglycerides are 4 points high, but that's it. Then they should be. They should be at 150 or at 154. The LDL is still normal, about 85. My HDL, which is a good cholesterol, is only 35, but that's always been low. My thyroid is normal, but I also take thyroid hormone too. I don't have pain in my legs anymore. Because when my kneecap broke on my left knee, which had arthritis, guess what? I don't get arthritic pain there anymore. So that was a good thing. I guess my kneecap snapping in half.
Check out that video Parasolo said. What is it? Is it oh please, is it nothing about making eggs or something gross?
Check out this video. Can you post that link in my Discord, please? I really would like people to post this in the health and health and research area. We really need more.
I don't know if Parasolo is in the Discord. I don't think.
Well, I know some people are. Parasolo, could you join my Discord if you're not in my Discord?
It's on making eggs. I'm not
making
even
breakfast. Yeah.
Just copy and paste it, Michelle, into your Discord.
I can copy it. The problem
Oh, don't tell me you're sighing over copy and pasting a link. It's one
when you
link.
see the video link, it has 3 ellipses on the end. If I try to click on it like it is now, outside of the messages, it's not going to play. See, it's not even properly formatted. Oh, it is. Okay, because that's a video. Let me save that now to the proper link. Hit copy. Okay, close that window so I don't get a copyright strike. And then I'll post it over to Discord Health Research. Okay. Really?
I will go over and watch it, Parasolo. The Discord will now watch it.
Let's see. Healthcare and research. Command B. Okay. It's called Baked Chinese Eggs. Yeah, I know. But then again, that's
Baked Chinese eggs.
But that's another thing too. Why are we buying all this stuff from China?
China.
Why not our own? Why not our own chicken farmers?
Well, you know for a fact Trump is going to do something about all that. He's going to.
I know he is. He wants to get more companies to bring resources back here. That's what he was doing last time. And then Joe Biden undid everything that Trump was trying to do.
Right. Well, Michelle, I've got to get going because I'm working on my grow room.
Yeah.
I have removed two.
I think today, I think we're going to be okay with limited no ads because I didn't hear any F-bombs.
No, I have not said the F word, I think, the whole time I've been here.
And on top of that, we did not try to give misinformation. We did not.
No misinformation. Do your own research. We are not doctors.
Right, we are not doctors. Well, we are just quoting resources that were actually quoted to us, YouTube. So we're not trying to give misinformation. We're not medical specialists. We're just everyday people. And even took a few of the chickens home when the owner retired. Were the chickens happy to have a chance to enjoy the free range life?
Oh no, I could never ever do that. I'd be saving them all. Oh no, it's
the poor chickens are worked to death, though.
Yeah, especially those ones that are in those barns.
Unless they're free range chickens, and then those are, happy birds for the most part. Well, actually, remember, guys, please do join our Discord if you can. And I'd love to hear your comment on what I talked about in the supporting group about the donation things.
Oh, I haven't looked. I will look in a bit. Anyway, I'm going, Michelle. Have a great day, everyone. And you
all
have
right,
a wonderful
talk to you later.
day. What are you doing later, Michelle?
Anyway, what did you think of my truck driving? Do you think I'm getting better at it?
I thought it was very good, Michelle. It's very good, very good.
I think I'm getting better at it, but it's taking me longer.
You also get like 12 viewers, Michelle. You get much more viewers on the truck driving than you do with the WoW.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, people just love a bit of, they're bloodthirsty, Michelle.
What people also don't realize is that I also am not trying to drive like a clown on purpose. I really am trying to.
I think everyone knows that, Michelle. We know you're not.
I think you can see that I have improved my ability a bit, too.
All right, Michelle, I'll catch you later.
All right, talk to you later. So do check out the Discord if you haven't already. I would love to see more people come to the Discord. People Peace is in our Discord now. So make sure to say hi to People Peace to get a chance. I've been working hard to learn to drive the truck and not smashing as much. Right now, I'm trying to learn to use the mirrors more instead of just depending on just going by feel. But I definitely find my cab over makes it easier for me for keeping an eye on things, especially around turns or on tight spaces. There's no big long nose in the way, which I do think is the reason why I think I'll stick with the cab over design. Even if I do install some of the mods available to like add a Scania truck to American Truck Simulator, I don't think I think I'll stick with the cab over design because I do feel more comfortable in the cab over truck than I do with a conventional long nose. If there wasn't that air filter in the way on my left side, I probably could have seen the road lines better. But well, that's just the way those trucks are made. A Rogue bike game? I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. So they were kind of free range. Kinda. But they didn't really get a chance to go outside. Well, remember, anytime industry is always coming up with something. RFK wants to seriously change things for the better. And I hope he does succeed. And I hope he does continue to bring awareness with the Food and Drug Administration, USDA. Thank you very much for the donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it over there and Kick. Oops, wrong button. There you go. All right. I'm actually thinking about trying City Driver next. So you drive a regular, more of a traditional car in a city environment. I like driving because it's fun. I like driving on the road. It's something I can't do in real life, but in the game I can. And while I may, cause accidents and stuff like that, I really don't do it to ham it up for the show. Although sometimes I do get road rage, and you can kind of tell because it's when you say my language gets kind of nasty, and I kind of get mean, No, you can't. Right. Well, it sounds like that farmer was trying his best to make a good solution to a problem. Yeah, in the wintertime, nobody wants to let the birds sitting out in the freezing cold. That's just not going to be a thing. Well, everybody, so are we having a portrait stream today? Yeah. When? I don't know. Because the morning show pretty much covers everything, and I don't always have a lot to say during a portrait stream. Yeah. But we do gotta finish the journey we're on right now in American Truck Simulator because we still have about 800 miles to go, and we gotta get back to the game tonight to finish the truck because it is a big, long drive. Okay, so I do want to finish the journey. And yes, as required of the Department of Transportation, we do have to have my character has to take a break, has to take a rest. So, I didn't put a rest stop in my list. I got my GPS journey instead of peg for a rest stop in order to meet requirements for the trucking administration. I try to play the game as realistically as I can, similar to the real world. I do take it seriously. The game is not for fun, although it is for fun, but it's. I'm trying to be realistic when I play it. Yeah, it's very long haul. She's gonna go all the way to Arizona. Yeah, it's 1,200. Originally started out with 1,200 miles. Now, I just traveled 400 last night. Now we gotta travel the rest of the way today. Big money. Yeah, big money in the game. Even though my character has hazmat certification, I haven't driven anything really hazardous yet. Maybe I can transport some diesel oil, or I'll probably leave propane for the end because I'm not really comfortable carrying tanks of liquid propane. Well, maybe I might transport heating oil. Yeah, and also get yourself a wheel. Please don't try driving with a controller. I started out with a controller. Actually, I started with first the keyboard. And that was very difficult to play with the keyboard. Some people have kind of good luck with it, but more than not, most people don't. You really need a real wheel to do a truck game the right way. So get yourself like a G990 or 95 or is it 920 or G995 wheel. Get yourself a good wheel with this proper shifter. Even if you set the shift up, it's an automatic transmission. So you have Park, reverse, and neutral. Hold it. Somebody else come up noodles. Oh God, here goes your monetization. Are you sure? Let's see if we can avoid cussing. All right. Go ahead, noodles.
Hey Michelle, how are you? How's the show today, Michelle?
It's okay. We're
Yeah.
just gonna get ready to wrap it up, actually.
I was watching you play that stupid game last night.
Yeah, well. So, what about it?
It sucked. I just wanted to say that. But yeah, I think I got COVID, Michelle. I think I'm fucking super sick. I took off today from work. My knuckles are hurting me. I got bad acid reflux. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay.
I got the chills. They're multiplying.
Well, why don't you go ahead and make an appointment with the local clinic and find out what's going on?
So the problem with that is I don't have health insurance.
Okay. Well, as I said, find a local clinic that works with people without health insurance. There might be one. You're living in Democratic City. You should be able to find one that at least will see you. Tina's here.
Well, this is the first day that I'm dealing with this, so I'm just gonna relax. If it gets worse tomorrow, maybe I'll think about it. I don't know. Hopefully, it just goes away.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize that all the stuff that I accumulated in my early 20s is now over 20 years old. I just found this old case, sod buster. This is over 25 years old already. You know, isn't that sad?
Yeah. It's called age.
So,
It's called age. I got age too.
yeah.
Well, yeah, so what I would do is, first of all, I'm surprised that in ACA you don't have insurance because they charge you penalties in your taxes if you don't.
Yeah, I can't afford it. I can barely afford to go to work. How the fuck is that possible? That's why I'm just hoping Donald Trump turns this shit around for us, Michelle. If not, we're fucked. Or at least I am.
Well,
I'm gonna end up moving in with you.
Well, the thing is how would you like him to do it? I mean, would you like to make it more like the National Health Service in England? Do you want to turn it into something that's paid for with your taxes? Do you want to, which I kind of think.
No, what I would like is for everything to go back to the way it was, where I can pay for my health insurance. But the only way to do it is I can't force my employer to give me a raise, right? So
Right.
I don't want to pay taxes. If I didn't have to pay all these taxes, I would have more money in my pocket. You know, I could pay for
I
all this
don't know
fucking
if you
shit.
get told to get rid of all your taxes, but
shouldn't certain states with like, so for instance, I live in New York, the New York New Jersey area, the tri-state area. I believe that I'm entitled to a bigger tax break than anyone else. My life is more expensive, or more just to function in life is more expensive than anyone else. Why shouldn't I get a tax break? I'm paying for more shit than anyone else here.
I don't even know how they would determine a means-based tax system. We already know that Trump would like to get rid of the Internal Revenue Service on the federal level, but I don't think he can force anything on the state level.
I'm just saying, like, certain people in certain areas, they're paying, like, so to travel in Connecticut, there's no tolls.
Hello, Gaming Barry, how you doing today? Why don't
You guys ain't
come up
paying
a little
any
bit
tolls.
for
You
panel
guys
if you want HFP? Well, I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard because, I mean, everybody in Europe, they say healthcare is a basic right, which I agree. It should be a basic right. The pursuit of happiness, it means also the pursuit of healthiness. So I would say the United States needs to consider that in order to meet the first of the requirements of the Declaration of Independence is the pursuit of healthiness, as well as because that makes you happy, right? Healthy people are happy people. So that means that if you want to have happy people, you have healthy people, or people who choose to be healthy, or those who choose not to be. That's your choice. But basic needs, medical care should never be an option. It should be a right. It should be available to everybody. When I say basic medical care, I'm not talking about Cadillac care of, we go above and beyond what is essential. But if you can afford more, great. If you can't, at least get the basic care. It's kind of like basic collision for your car, Some people.
I think that already. I think that already exists. It's just like I don't want that. Like I want the care that I was having, and I can't afford it anymore. Why is that?
Because medical care has gotten to be too expensive because the insurance companies are making the system too expensive.
No, it's not. It's not that because it's the same. It was the same price that I was paying. It's just that there's less money in my paycheck. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it to you people out there that don't work, but the reality of it is that my healthcare premium didn't go up. I could always get healthcare somewhere else, but like my point is that with all the money that's being taken out of my check in taxes, and now I got to pay higher prices at the pump, at toll booths, whatever. I'm not getting a raise. Like that's a problem.
Well, toll bills are actually state income tax or state taxation. It's not federal, so.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, shouldn't the federal government step in and say, you know what, these people are getting raped by their state. We can't, they can't afford to be taxed anymore by the federal government.
Yeah, it's called corruption. I absolutely agree, man. I don't disagree with that. The truth is that you're getting hosed twice as far with a rubber hose from the state of New Jersey, state of New York.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
And the truth is, there's not really much you can do except try to complain to the same people that are shoving that rubber hose up your nose. You know what I mean, right? Go ahead, talk to your congressman. He ain't gonna stop it. You know why? Because you realize, hey, you know what? You're getting these services, so I'm gonna shove the hose a little further up your nose. No, that's what they think. Oh yeah, but
more and more and more.
And the sad truth is, what really are you getting? Well, they say you're getting X, you're getting Y, and you're getting Z. When really, they're giving everybody else A, B, and C. When you really need X, Y, and Z, but they say you're getting X, Y, Z, when they're not giving you any X, Y, Z, but they're only giving A, B, C, which means the illegals get all the free benefits and perks that you're paying for.
I hate black people.
Well, you got rid of Discord because of Comedy Flu. That's kind of stupid. Well, it's just block Comedy Flu. I mean, really.
What do you do? I haven't been around.
Comedy Flu is Comedy Genius. I don't know. If you guys don't get it, you don't get it. I don't know. The only problem is with Comedy Flu, in my opinion, is the whole D thing. Well, if he's keeping Dee and her brother up late at night because of he's excited about like what's going on in the community, that's not good. But having him up on panel and letting him go wild isn't that bad. I think it's kind of entertaining. And the people out there that don't like it, go fuck yourselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that why he's not here?
Well, I actually never had any hate for any ethnic group, and I never will. But I will say...
I hate most of them. I even hate Norwegians, to be honest with you.
Oh, guess what? Then I don't know why you hate Norwegians. Considering the fact that they're pretty stocky and hardy, and that's who I am. I am part Norwegian Germanic, so...
Yeah, how come How come those stinking Norwegians never get the hate? They never get it. They've never done anything. They didn't do anything for the world.
So you
Sure
people
we
want
have.
to hate for
Like what? What has Norway done for the world?
We run the
What does Norway do?
Svalbard seed vault for one thing. All the world's
What?
seeds are in their seed vault.
What? Michelle, come on. Lazy Norway doesn't do shit.
No, they do actually. Also, Norway also through the North Atlantic Ocean. We also raise a lot of the codfish you eat, and a lot of
I don't eat cod.
the sardines, anchovies. You eat those. Norwegian
I
fish
get mine
bring
from
in
Portugal.
both.
Mine came from Portugal. I
could
never
do
get
without,
sardines or anchovies from Norway.
I could do without the sardines.
And let's not forget too that the Norwegians discovered Newfoundland before even Christopher Columbus discovered America. The Norwegians discovered it first.
Who cares? Like, what do they do with it? Nothing.
What did they do with it? They didn't know what to do with it right away because they were trying to figure what to do with Greenland, which was unfortunate. That time was starting to get out of the driest age. Was going into the.
Do you know how worthless Greenland is and like what they've done with it? They did absolutely nothing with Greenland. I want to explain why. Most of civilization in Greenland is coastal. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Everyone lives on the coast.
I know that.
Nobody lives on you know.
You think it's going to be any better when Trump gets in? Once they become a territory of the U.S., I don't think it's going to change that much. I mean, after all,
doesn't Trump want to buy it?
Trump wants to buy Greenland, but the Danish Prime Minister told him to go pound sand. So, but the Greenland Prime Minister is like totally for it. They want to become a 51st state.
Michelle? You want to know why they want Greenland? Because they're going to put something in smack dab in the center of Greenland, and it's going to be very hard to get to. And anyone that wants to try to get to it, good luck. Good luck.
First of all, Greenland has got a lot of minerals. It's got a lot of copper, possibly gold, and other materials that we need.
Okay, well, why aren't the fucking Danes getting it? That's what I'm saying. Like, do nothing Danes. They do nothing.
I don't know why the Danes haven't been mining Greenland that much. That's a good question.
And they don't even own it. They have no right to it, by the way, legally.
Greenland is a territory of Denmark, technically. So
yeah,
yes,
they have no legal right to it. No legal right. It's ours, Michelle, and we'll just take it from them.
No, it's not legally ours to take either.
Why not?
Because the Danish crown has legal ownership of Greenland, because it's their territory.
No, they do not. They claim it, but they have no legal right to it.
It's just like after the Spanish-American War, we got hold of Puerto Rico. That was again the deal that we made with Spain. That's how we ended up with Puerto Rico.
That's legal.
That's legal because we worked the deal out with Spain to get Puerto Rico.
But the Danes have no legal right over Greenland. They didn't make any legal.
Right now, we have no legal right to even stick our nose into Greenland at this point, unless the Greenland people say they want to leave. And they
Michelle, this is the way I think of it. Think of it this way, all right? Why did everyone want to give Ukraine billions and billions of dollars and tons of weapons? Why?
Noodles is going live on his alternative channel because he's got a strike on his main channel. So I don't know when he's going to go live on his main channel. When does your strike expire?
I don't know. I might not ever go live. I'm talking to Matt right now from Off Topic, and we're actually talking about using that channel to promote the Off Topic show and other shows that have some kind of like whatever. It's just going to be a promotion channel. We might do live streams or whatever, but it's not going to be like the way it was. I don't think I'm ever coming back to YouTube as the way it was. I think that's over with. I think I'm here to make money. I think I'm here to promote.
Yeah, a lot of people came over the Greenland Bridge. Absolutely. From indigenous people. So America was discovered
So the question was, why did we give billions of dollars to Ukraine and tons of weapons? Why?
Because originally Biden was trying to basically sweep the situation with his son under the table. That's why. Because Ukraine.
Right. Why did Germany? Why did France? Why did all these other countries give tons and tons of weapons and money to Ukraine?
That's going to change.
Well, I asked the question. I'll tell you why, Michelle. And this is what they hide behind. They say because it's for the safety of the world. Like they want to create like it's for peace and prosperity and whatever. That's why we want Greenland. The Danes do nothing with it. It's a piece of land that is strategic to the safety of the world.
That is true. That is true.
Civilization. So we need to be in control of it. The Danes are doing nothing with it.
But how come
they just don't give it to us?
How come during the Cold War, nothing was done with Greenland? Nothing. We didn't do anything with Greenland even in the time of the Cold War. Why? Oh, good question. So, now...
Because the technology wasn't there, Michelle.
Technology?
It has everything to do with technology.
They realized that we didn't discover that Greenland was rich in certain minerals that we needed. That's why we didn't do anything with it during the time of the Cold War. That wasn't discovered until later, that Greenland's got rich minerals that we need. Copper is one of them.
Michelle, there's minerals all over the world. All right. Greenland is a strategic. It gives us a strategic advantage over the world with the modern technology that we have today.
But okay. Here's the question. All right, look. Besides the land grab, which we know that's what it is, it's a land grab. Now, of course, if the Greenish people say, "Great, let's do it," that's fine. It's not like they're stealing their land without them knowing it. But Denmark is not very happy with the idea at all. But like you said, Denmark has done nothing with it. Okay, but how are we going to deal with it? First of all, one, Greenland runs in 240 volts at 50 hertz power. Number two, they have their own postal system. Okay. Number three, they use the Danish krona. How are you going to deal with the money? How are you going to do with the postal service? Their education system, the television standard is PAL.
Exactly what we did with Germany in the 1940s and 50s, Michelle. Exactly what we did with Germany in the 1940s and 50s.
What? We didn't get them to adapt to our standards. We ended up adapting to their standards.
Michelle, regardless of whatever you believe, all right? East and West Germany. East Germany was American. West Germany was Soviet.
Berlin was split between the two, right?
My point is that's how it works, Michelle. There were Germans that were Americans and there were Germans that were Soviets. Now they're a unified Germany. They can do whatever the fuck they want as long as they play nice. No more taking on the world. Blah blah blah. Michelle, this is about modern technology. We have it. It's here. Biden even said so. That there's a power source now, the size of the tip of your finger, that can power planes, jets,
You're talking about the zero point mode or zero point node or ZPN. I don't think 0 point nodules exist right now, but I'm not saying they couldn't. But here's the thing, okay? Talking about Germany. Germany had the Berlin Wall, right? Do you realize that the technology of the Berlin Wall, if it was brought up to date and put against Mexico would have machine gun nests, they would have minefields, they would have the ability to really stop the illegal influx. There'd be a lot of meat on the ground, but there would be... Why haven't we done that? Why are we...
Let me tell you something about Mexico, all right? If this is all about immigration and people seeking asylum, where are they coming from? They're coming from south of Mexico. How come they're not seeking asylum in Mexico?
Right, they're not.
If you're trying to seek asylum, why are you coming? Why are you crossing an entire country, another country to seek asylum?
Because
seek
they
asylum
think
in
we're
Mexico.
the promised land. They think we're the promised land, but we're not. And then they get here and they realize it's no better than what they left. It's the truth. It's no better than what they
You got
left.
a point there. Why don't they go to Mexico?
Because because everyone wants to pretend like Mexico's this great place. What? Because you sip fucking special drinks on a beach somewhere or whatever, and you're pretending to you're like, oh my god, I've been to Mexico. No, you haven't. You've been to a resort. You've been to a resort, and maybe you bought stuff for cheap, and maybe you got sick there. Ha 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 ha! But it was beautiful. No, it's not. It's garbage. Mexico is trash.
Yeah, but America's trash too. Let's be honest. You think they think
Winston, Connecticut,
they
not,
think
not Bernie
they
Sanders.
think America is the promised land? That's not. A lot of people who actually did get here, even legally, have said America is no different than the country it left. There really isn't. It's not the panacea you think it is.
Well, let's be honest. The reason why it's not is because you have all these people that are not white, unlike me, you, Tina, that come here and ruin it. I mean, we're the pillars of American society. Us white people.
That's true.
We're the pillars of American society because we were born and raised here.
Michelle, American Renaissance. Start promoting American Renaissance. I'm getting involved with American Renaissance. News for white people.
If you're going to have an American Renaissance, it's going to start with the people that already are born here. I don't care what your ethnic heritage was.
Big shout out to American Renaissance and Anthony Cumia. Big shout out. We're getting involved, Michelle.
Well, yeah, Mexico has cartels.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I think, but I want to go back to the Greenland thing. I think what's going to happen is things will already switch from power supplies anyway. I think what would happen if they did become a 51st state, they would still be buying a lot of things at dual voltage for a long time. I think eventually, because given the size of Greenland, they'll probably might be influencing other states to go for 240 volts at all outlets, 416 volts, three-phase power for industrial machinery. I think that's something you will see.
Big shout out to American Renaissance.
Big shout out to American Renaissance. Well, I'll say one thing. Let's start by getting American industry back in this country again. That's what we need.
Right, you agree with Anthony Cumia and American Renaissance.
I don't know about the American
Michelle, you gotta get down with it, Michelle. I'm telling you, white people are under attack. White people are under attack.
Oh, I've known that for a while now.
It's time for me and you and Tina to rise up and stand up against this.
Absolutely, Dan. Exactly.
This colored invasion.
It's the same with me because I tried to get it done to sooner than March 5th and I couldn't, so I have to wait because just like my APRN Naomi said, she said, Michelle, Connecticut has this quota thing. You, unfortunately, are white, and I'm a legal immigrant came in here from the Caribbean through proper means, and I'm also on the same problem you are. I can't get certain things because we are legal immigrants, and you can't get the things that all the illegals can get because this is a sanctuary state, and they got to go by a quota, and I think that's kind of sad.
So when illegals come into this country, they're handed everything on a silver platter. What do you think about that?
Tina,
Like here,
Tina, it's time for us white people to just stand up and say enough's enough.
yeah, it is.
Yes, well, Trump's working on some of that one step at a time with the government. And RFK wants to do the same thing with the Food and Drug Administration. So let's see how they can do that much to his Department of
Tina,
Governmental Efficiency
Yeah.
agencies.
White America, Tina, white America.
Why America? You're right. That
Yes, I agree. Ancient, these diversity hires are ruining everything. And also, let's not forget DEI. They're not hired for their skills. They're hired to meet a certain quota.
Thank you.
I mean, some of these people have no skills in the industries that they're being put in, which is leaving people with a whole bunch of headaches.
White America.
White America. They come into the country and the government is handing them everything.
Yeah, I agree. It's just swapping a few letters around. Right. And the thing is, look, what Trump wants to do, what he's going to be able to do is completely different. I mean, I know what he wants to do. But I don't think Congress, especially the Democrats, are going to give in easy. But he's already got control of the House. He's already got control of the Senate. And, of course, he's going to be in control of the White House. Guess what?
They come to our country and they do what they please. Like some.
I mean, think of this.
You're one in a million, babe. Yeah,
how come,
that's what you want.
How come this isn't the first time. How come every time the Democrats control the House, the Senate, and the White House, nothing gets done? Nothing gets done! Nothing. They don't do anything.
White America! White America!
Yeah. I'm not against anybody particular race in this country. I have nothing against any race. But if you're going to come in here, you got to put the work in. You got to put the effort, okay? And Congress just includes you Democrats. You got to put in the work too, okay?
And enough of these goddamn white women having biracial babies. Stop it.
There's nothing wrong with having biracial babies. Just make sure that you're in there to actually put the work in to raise the kids properly. I don't know. The Democrats don't want us to be a self-sufficient country. I already saw that. George Soros doesn't want America to be a self-sufficient country because that goes against his one world government order idea.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They really
There's
don't.
big money in it in this country to take advantage of America. China's been doing it for America for a long time. That's going to stop too.
White America.
White America.
Oh. LA Fire Department was totally woke with the DEI thing being having women with no qualifications in a week and turning away white men with plenty of qualifications, putting them on a 7-year waiting list. There you go. And the people that needed for those fires were not there when they needed to be there. I should tell you, how you doing, Bradley?
Another white brother being affected by the scourge of or what's the word, Michelle? Of dark immigration. Yep, dark immigration.
Well, I think, like I said, I don't know what the answer is, but I do think that we're going to need to work on this. I'm glad you're doing okay.
Let's make this country white, right, and tight again, Michelle. Let's do it. American Renaissance, white America.
Except one thing, Noodles. America, originally, the Native Americans really are the ones that should be calling the shots, because they were here before the white man came. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Michelle. Rain dances galore.
That's right.
Not just rain dances, but right now it's the Native Americans that are actually successfully running a lot of their own tribal nations.
Casinos and tax-free tobacco.
Yeah, that's
I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, did you also get tax-free marijuana? Like in upstate New York? The Seneca Nation makes a lot of money on marijuana sales.
Everyone's going to be traveling by canoes instead of planes, Michelle. Great idea. No more trains, planes, and automobiles, just canoes.
No, they travel just like we do with modern vehicles. I don't know what you mean by deferred nation, but if you mean like they got the last of the best, yeah, they do. They don't. The Department of the Interior hasn't really done anything good for Native Americans at all.
Canoes, teepees, and moccasins. Bring them back, right? Give me a break.
Yeah, really.
No, see, there's a lot about Noodles right now you don't know, because he's playing one of his characters again. Oh, God. Well, anyway, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. I want to wrap it up before we get limited no ads. So, you want to say anything else before you go anywhere other than a nice suggestion?
Yeah, guys, sub up to American Renaissance, Anthony Cumia, and White America. White America.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. See you later, Tina.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I gotta watch out for that, because YouTube can get very hypersensitive about that kind of talk, and I don't want to get, I'm Easton Woodland from, yeah. Yeah, but depending on which tribe you were in, the Native Americans were pretty successful. Iroquois Nation were very successful with their longhouses and the community effort. There's a patriarchal, patrilineal tribe, which kind of made the early settlers, the white settlers, a little uncomfortable, because the Indians didn't see things as matrilineal versus patrilineal patriarchal. The white settlers couldn't handle that, because the Indians didn't think like we do. The Native Americans were more often focused on environment and supporting the tribe, but while still living in harmony with nature. Nothing wrong with that. If you play World of Warcraft, you'll find that both the Tauren and the Night Elves are the same way. They're focused on the natural world. They're not focused on technical innovation like we are. The white man pushed that. And what happened is the mess that we have now. The Native Americans said one man cannot own land, for land is given by the gods, which is absolutely true, and I believe that. Okay. I'm not a racist. I already told you I have nothing against any race. Any community can be. It's looking at my show. I don't care what your race is. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't pick sides. So that's the reasons why I never saw any never saw any merit pushing racism. I just can't see merit in something that is totally antiquated. Now, let's be honest. Almost all Americans, everybody in the world, all come from the African plains and the savannah. We all do. But because of genetic shifting, we develop different skin tones and unfortunately different health issues. But we're all come from the African savannah. We all do. Originally, we all lived in the trees. Okay? That's fine. I have no problem. That's why I don't believe in racism. I think it's bullshit. It doesn't make sense to me to believe in racism. No race is better than any other race. Thank you, Michelle. Because I really do feel that's important to address. But I will say is in modern issues today, as far as immigration goes, we can't take any more illegals in. We really can't. Okay? I don't want to have to be the one to slam the door on your fingers. But you guys, don't come to America thinking it's the promised land. It's not. It's just an itsy bitsy tiny bit better than where you left. But if you really do want to come here, and you really do want to see a change happen, you're going to have to be part of that change. Not taking the old ways with you and bringing it in here, such as supporting cartels and drugs and all this stuff, okay? We don't need that. But if you want to put your best foot forward, okay, but wait. There's one problem. We sent over jobs to China. So, what kind of work are you going to do? Not much. That's the problem. The Americans are here are looking the same question. What are we going to do for a living? All we have is service-oriented work. But everything that we buy is made overseas. They don't make anything here. That's the problem. And Trump wants to make America great again by returning America's industrial manufacturing sector. We need durable goods. We need to make our own products, especially for the issue of security, national security. You can't keep depending on a foreign country that you know is not your best friend. It's not going to be there for you. It's already potentially going to be at war with you over Taiwan. It's time to say, no, we need to return our own industry back to our own planet, or to our own country. We have to, for national security. It's not an option. Well, then you understand, guys, what the situation is. We need to work on that. But Anyway, just want to say thank you. Oh, and YouTube, listen to me carefully a second. I am not a racist. I'm just for YouTube moderators listening. I understand the terms of service. I understand what you're saying about the F-bombs and hate speech. I understand that. I agree with you. Thou shalt not use hate speech. Thou shalt not use F-bombs. Thou shalt not say N-bombs. Thou shalt not say S-bombs. Thou shalt not use vulgar or text. I agree, but unfortunately it does happen. Remember, the F word is part of our dialect, is part of our language. And as much as we don't want to use it, it is invariably part of our adult language. It just is. Okay. I'm really trying to make sure that this channel is appropriate for all ages. Oh, let me ask you, why don't you set the channel for 18 plus? Because then you can't be monetized. Okay? If you can't be monetized, you can't get money from advertising. When do I run my ads? Beginning of the show and the end of the show. That may not seem like a lot. It isn't. But I'm not going to push it every single show, every day. But I do want so much to make an honest living on YouTube, but I realize that's very difficult to do. It's very hard to make a living on YouTube. It really is. Well, anyway, guys, so I'm going to try to get ready for 7 o'clock stream tonight. We're driving the truck another 200, 300, 400 miles. And then we'll see how that goes. But for now, I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming to the show. And may you, I'll try to give you the blessing today. May you all be healthy and happy. Be excellent to one another. Be excellent to one another. Not this one for me. Now try it. Thank you. Okay. And stay out of trouble. We'll see you guys tonight around 7 o'clock. Okay? If we play. Which probably we will be. Yes. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she dances through life, her heart in control. She won't give up, she won't sit down. In her purple dress, she twirls